3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Is that your like shooting?
Yes.
Oh my god. Why am I coughing at the beginning of this?
Hello. Welcome to the Rachel and Travis show. It's just me this week.
Yeah.
Travis is gone.
I know. I just wanted to see what you would be like at the beginning, just saying like, hello.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know.
I'm also super anxious, so.
Yeah. Anxiety, the topic of the week. Just kidding. It's not.
Yeah, pretty much.
No. But.
How was your week?
It was good. What were you?
I don't know, kind of crappy, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
How was your birthday?
It was good. Sorry, we
Good.
just ate ribs and I got something stuck in my tooth.
Cool.
Yeah, today's officially my birthday. Yeah, it felt like yesterday was my birthday though.
When we are recording, it is your birthday.
Yeah.
When you listen to this, it will no longer be his birthday.
It might be because I usually upload like Sunday night. It's usually
Are you gonna put it up tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, the audio is like really really quick. Normally when it comes to like we have a different PC that we do all of our stuff from, and it renders audio like super duper crazy fast, but video is a whole different ball game. But yeah, so today was my birthday. Mm-hmm. It felt like yesterday was my birthday because I did like a 6-hour stream. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys ended up watching that or whatever, but we did a 6-hour stream, so it felt like yesterday was technically my birthday, but we waited until like 12. It was actually really really cool. I definitely want to do that again next year for sure. I think it was really cool. But then today we went out for breakfast for my birthday, and then I went to my my newfound brother's house for my birthday, which was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Guys, this is episode 4 though. Mm-hmm. Episode 4. We've been doing it for 4 weeks so far. It's crazy. First we were like, okay, maybe we'll wait until Monday because today was like a long day.
It's a busy day.
And then I was like, nah, let's just do it. Let's just get it over.
I had nothing prepared.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're just like.
I wrote these down.
I just grabbed like
20 seconds before.
I grabbed 4 things, and I'm just like, it's just show and tell.
Yeah.
Just random. The first 4 things that I saw inside this room is basically what we're gonna be talking about.
What are you drinking?
Today I am drinking, which is like super full, because I'm drinking coffee because.
Super full because
It's super full because I was crazy and I filled up too much coffee on like this brand new sifter that I always call it a sifter.
It's a press.
It's a French press. But anyways, I filled it up to the brim, and then Rachel got this amazing like almond cream stuff that she gets. So good. Oh my god.
Silk, vanilla, almond milk for coffee.
If you have a chance, get it.
And I'm having Earl Grey tea with the same.
Oh, you use that stuff too?
Yeah.
I didn't know they use that.
Yep.
Spicy.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. It makes it taste like super almondy, so no matter what. So, I don't know. I used to like never drink coffee ever. There was times where I would basically like, I remember I drank coffee up until I started working at the job that I'm at now. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I'm never going to drink coffee ever again. And then literally I started streaming and I was like, I'm going to drink coffee. I don't know why.
I never drink coffee.
No.
I think a few times in university, but it was like, just made me feel crazy.
Sometimes I would get anxious. Like if you don't drink caffeine for a long time, like this kind of caffeine. If I have a pop, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But like when I first started drinking coffee again, I got like super anxious. And sometimes if I don't eat, I'll get really anxious. I'll be like, oh, I should have done that.
I think that's maybe why I'm kind of like all anxious right now. We like waited way too long in between breakfast and dinner.
Yeah, and I always get like super hangry. We'll save that topic for another day.
Is that a topic?
Probably. So I will start with my first topic.
Okay.
Because you got to start and say hello, 3, 2, 1. So you got the big intro. So I'll start with mine. So this week Disney Plus came out, and everyone's gone crazy. They actually said the first day they had over 10 million subscribers. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, eh? Mm-hmm. I didn't think that there were going to be that many. I remember when Disney Plus first said that they were going to make their own and they were going to separate from Netflix. Everyone was like, that's ridiculous. Like, I can't believe they would do such a thing after Netflix like did all that work and blah, 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 blah. But, like, I think it's pretty good.
Oh, it seems pretty. I mean, it's kind of annoying how it if you're watching like episodes, when a new one starts, it like exits you out of the full screen.
Yeah,
and then you have to like click it and go back into full screen. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I have an issue with is like it'll that's the only thing it did. There was also some errors that happened in the beginning, but I think they're gonna like slowly work through them.
And it also didn't like when you click on it, it didn't go like to the episode that you had finished on. You have to like remember what episode you were on and like find it.
Mm-hmm. But we ended up we're setting up the Christmas tree because I talked Rachel into setting up the Christmas tree early.
Yeah. So I don't like setting it up until December.
She doesn't like setting it up till she was adamant about December 1st, and I was like, no. We have to do it December. I mean, we have to do it November because, you know.
Just this year, because we're not going to be here for December 1st. So.
Yeah.
And also, it was your birthday, and I was like, fine.
Fine.
But next year, December 1st.
We'll see.
It's too early.
She said that last year.
By the time Christmas comes around, I'm going to be so tired of it.
She said that last year, too. She said, I remember December. I think Saber wants to be on the podcast.
Come here. What's wrong?
Oh.
She's mad.
Saber is not having it today. She's like, I have something to say about Disney Plus.
Probably has to go to the bathroom.
This will be the first time that we'll be having Saber on the show with us this entire
What's wrong, little one? Anyway.
But my question to you was, so we were setting up the tree, and last year we decided that we wanted to watch The Grinch, and then afterwards we got like super sick. We had like the flu. So this year we decided to watch The Muppets.
I said we can't watch the same show as we did last year because it's bad luck.
Yeah, it's cursed. So what's your favorite Muppets movie of all time and why?
Probably Muppets from Space. Muppets from Space.
Muppets from Space.
Yeah, it's the one where Gonzo realizes he's an alien and he like, I don't know, it's like my favorite.
Yeah.
We watched it a bunch when we were kids, which is why it's my favorite. No other reason.
I don't remember Muppets from Space.
Have you never seen it?
I remember the cover.
And like the FBI is like trying to get him.
No.
It's good.
My favorite Muppet is probably Muppet Treasure Island because it's so good.
That one kind of scared me when I was little.
Muppet Treasure Island and the Muppets Visit Manhattan. That one's really cool too.
I've actually never seen that one.
But we watched the Muppet movie, which is basically just the original Muppet movie. And the jokes in it were like so weird, but like also it was still really good. And I was reading excuse me, I was reading that because I was like, oh, like how come the Muppets are not like a thing anymore? And then I was like, oh, they made an actual Muppet movie, which was in I think 2011, and then there was another new one, which is the Muppets Most Wanted, where Kermit has like a bad like twin that's in like.
We watched that one.
Yeah. So and then there's also this other one, which is the Muppets. One with Melissa McCartney or whatever.
Melissa McCarthy.
Was
it actually a Muppets movie though?
So that's what I read is apparently it was created by Jim Henson's son. Mm-hmm. And so Jim Henson's son made this movie and had like the title of like NSW or NSFW, which is the Not Safe for Work. It's supposed to be like a spinoff of like The Bad Muppets. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so they had that on there, and I guess like Sesame Street, like in the Muppets, were like really angry because they're like, well, you dragged our name through the mud. Because they, in the title, I guess they used more street, less sesame or something. And so I guess like they were like they were suing them, and I'm like, oh man, I didn't know that Jim Henson's son made that movie. And so then because of that, they thought that they like lost all this like reputation and stuff. And so now basically what they were saying is that they weren't going to do any more movies, that they were done with it. And then Disney Plus came out, and then somebody from Disney Plus said, oh, by the way, like get ready, like there will be a series. So apparently that's going to be a Disney Plus exclusive series, but it's going to be like a Muppet TV show. So I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll check it out, I guess. I never watched the original Muppet show, so.
What do you mean?
They had a TV show originally.
You mean Sesame Street?
No. Like the Muppet Show.
That was
like a TV show.
That's pretty cool.
It was like a weekly like variety show kind of thing.
I had no idea.
But that was before our time. We wouldn't.
Yeah.
It was like the 70s.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
I was just wondering which was your favorite.
Oh,
I got sidetracked by all the Disney Plus stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Muppets from Space.
Muppets from Space. I'd have to watch that again.
It's pretty funny.
I think that I think the Muppets are cool. The big thing that I saw online was, are Muppets like relevant anymore? Like, are they still?
Why wouldn't they be?
I don't know, because people were saying that. I guess when they made the Muppets, not the Muppets Most Wanted, one of the Muppets they made was $50 million budget, and they made $51 million profit. So they technically they only made $1 million. Okay.
But then they have to like pay their actors. Oh no, I guess
that's what the budget. Yeah. So who knows? Like the budget could have been like actually 37 million, and they still made. You know what I mean? So who knows what they actually came ahead with? So people were saying like, oh, is it actually still like relevant and all that other stuff?
Do people care?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if it's a TV show and it's not so much like a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and your topic?
Yeah. Let me see. In honor of your birthday.
Yep.
We're going to talk about what is your favorite birthday present you've ever got?
Ooh.
That's the question. I mean, I'll answer two. I have to think about it, but I'll answer two. But that's my question.
My favorite birthday present that I ever got. Trying to think of like back to all the birthday presents that I've ever got.
Yeah.
So I didn't get that many as a kid. So I guess the birthday presents, I got some on and off, but
for those of you who are actually watching the video, you'll get to see Saber sleeping.
Yeah.
So that's the Patreon incentives.
Yeah, Saber's currently just like
upside down.
Literally upside down sleeping.
With her head lolling, sleeping.
Falling asleep.
That's all she wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What presents did you get me over the past like 5 years?
You'll have to remember. If it's your favorite, you would remember what it is.
I'm trying to think.
Not Christmas presents, birthday.
Because like some Christmas and birthday presents kind of mesh together a little bit, I think, right?
No, I've never done joint Christmas birthday presents.
Like last year, you got me the Last year, you got me the Charmander, and you got me the mouse, the gaming mouse.
For your birthday? Yes.
Yeah. And then I can't think back that far. I'm 32 now.
Memory's gone.
Yeah.
The year before that, it was the aquarium trip.
Oh, definitely my favorite then.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, Rachel got me a little box, and inside the box was all of our friends inside, and it was all done in paper.
It was just little pictures of them.
Yeah. And they're all like on their back sleeping, and it was...
And I put a bunch of like fake like fish and like sharks in it.
Yeah. And what she did was she got me a overnight stay at the Ripley's Aquarium in Toronto. Yeah. And we like stayed there, and we got a chance to like sleep underneath all the sharks and all the aquariums.
It was very cool.
It was really cool. Rachel was like really anxious and like wanted to leave.
I didn't say we should leave. You can't leave.
No.
I can't sleep well if I'm like not in a bed. Basically, you had to bring like an air mattress and sleep like in this tunnel.
Yeah.
It was very cool, though.
I loved it because it was cold, and like when you woke up, there was this one they called it a saw shark. And
is that what it's called?
Yeah, it was a saw shark. It had like a gigantic saw like looking face on it, and it was because they had sand sharks and they had saw sharks.
They also had another kind too.
And
like a tiger shark, maybe? No, not a tiger shark.
No.
A nurse shark?
Yeah. Nurse sharks they're just bottom feeders.
Yeah.
But and it was like literally over top of where we were sleeping is where it was permanently at.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because like when you're sleeping, like so I remember at one point I had my headphones on and I played the Jaws theme, and it was like really cool.
And there was also like sea turtles and fish.
Shortly after, some guy went there and jumped in naked.
Yeah, like a couple days later.
Yeah, there was this story where there was like a group of kids, and like this guy just went in, he was like super drunk, and he just jumped into the tank naked.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
And they also like, so you get there, I think you have to arrive. It's, to be honest, it's geared towards children, I think. But we were like, it was me, you, and then some of the D&D people.
Yeah.
And we all just showed up with our sleeping bags like, hello, we are here for the sleepover.
Yeah.
They're like, where's your son? We're like, it's just us.
Yeah. And it was really funny because we got in, and they're all like getting their hand painting things ready. Yeah. And like we got to make reusable bags and
grocery
stuff.
bags.
And we actually learned something.
It was fun though. We were into it.
We literally learned. And then
you get a tour.
Like a behind the scenes tour of like all their major filter devices that they have, and like how they transport sharks in and out. And
how they take care of the animals.
And they have like a octopus like in and out machine where they have like one octopus will be inside the tank, and then one will be inside of like a dark closing because it actually prefers that, and so they'll like kind of switch them out to make it like better.
Yeah, the octopuses get stressed if you leave them in the like where people can see them too long.
Yeah,
they like to be by themselves, so they have to switch out the octopus, otherwise they get anxious.
Yeah,
just like me.
Yeah,
I need to be left in a room alone.
A dark room.
Alone.
Okay, Rachel.
And without people poking at me.
Yeah, and then the other Rachel comes out of the other room. And they're like, hey,
exactly.
I'm all charged up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Definitely my favorite birthday, for sure.
And even though we had to do it like 6 months after your birthday.
Yeah, we had to wait.
Yeah, but it was pretty fun.
It was fun to go. Plus, I'd never actually been to the ROM before, which is the Royal Ontario Museum. And I could stay there for like ever. That place was so cool.
Yeah.
Man.
We were there for hours and we still didn't see all of it.
I am like obsessed with museums, and like when you went there and you realize like how much stuff they had, because they have like 4 or 5 floors of just random stuff, and we just went to like, and I was like, I do this thing where I walk with my hands behind
like
my back,
an old man.
I was like an old man, so they're like this behind my back, and I'm just like,
Like
and,
back all curved over.
yeah,
just like,
back all curved over.
I'm like seeing my future.
Yeah, and I remember we went with our friends. And I was like still on the 3rd floor, and they're like, "We're gonna be leaving soon. We're hungry." And I was like, "Well, I guess I'll powerhouse through everything." And we didn't get a chance to go like the top floor.
That's the thing about Travis at museums is like, you have to see everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really care about the section. We can skip it. And you're like, I must look at everything.
Well, it's my first museum that I've ever been to that they didn't have complete replicas of dinosaur stuff. They had partial. They had partial or complete, and they showed you like a percentage of like the stuff that they had.
Yeah.
And which is really cool because you can tell the difference between it, because obviously like the ones that are real, they'll have like pins in them to keep them like together.
Yeah. And then but like the fake bone looked pretty real still.
They did, yeah. Like the one that they did have complete, I think, was like one of the dinosaurs that were like the water dinosaurs or whatever they were. But anyway, so
water dinosaurs.
Yeah, the ones that were like swimming. Like
what are water dinosaurs?
You know, like the swimming dinosaurs.
Fish.
No, they're still diving.
The water dinosaurs. I don't know what that means.
You guys know what I mean.
Why do we talk about dinosaurs every time we do this?
I have no idea. Every time. This is basically secretly undercover a dinosaur podcast, but
this is a Jurassic Park fan.
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm like, by the way, Jurassic Park, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park emailed me and they're like, we need you to talk about Jurassic Park.
See if she'll let you transfer her to the bed.
All right. But what about your favorite birthday?
My favorite birthday present I've ever got. Oof. I should have been thinking about this while you were talking.
I don't know why you weren't.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I've gotten a lot of birthday presents over the years. I think it was I don't know. I really liked when I was in grade 10 and my parents, for my birthday, gave me the like school trip to Montreal.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was like my birthday present is I got to go to Montreal for like a week with my class. Because it was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. But like a physical present, like a gift, I don't know. You usually do like trip ones too.
Yeah.
Like for my birthday or Christmas. I do really like my weighted blanket.
Yeah. If you guys are ever anxious or you're like, oh, my stomach hurts, weighted blankets are like the best thing.
Yeah, Travis got me a weighted blanket for my birthday this year, and it's like I use it like every day.
Yeah.
I do really like it.
It's really different because with a weighted blanket, you can actually like use it depending on like what kind of like weight you are and stuff like that. So it kind of measures like that. So like we got a 15-pound weighted blanket, and we got one that has like a duvet cover on it and stuff. So it's really, really soft. But yeah, like if you're ever anxious, you just like cover yourself in it and you're like, oh, I feel good now.
You use it as much as I do too. It's nice.
Yeah.
Like we can share it. It's big enough we can.
Yeah.
And Saber always wants to go underneath it, but she's not allowed because you have to be a certain weight. She gets very annoyed.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
She's like scratches at it and is like, come on. Because usually we let her underneath the covers.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, my topic is next. It still has to do with Disney Plus.
That's the same topic as before then.
And dinosaurs. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
No. Do you think that it's getting carried away with how many different streaming services there are? Because right now there's currently Netflix, there's Disney Plus, there's Amazon Prime Video, there's Hulu, which we don't have access to. There's also now going to be HBO Go.
Do you want me to close the door?
Sure. Yeah.
Our furnace just got very loud.
Yeah, our friend is like, oh, you're doing a podcast? Okay.
Are you doing something?
Pretty much like as soon as we start the podcast, like neighbors come over, family calls us.
Saber starts barking.
Saber's barking. The house starts flooding.
Okay.
But there's like about 5 or 6 different ones now, and I guess there's like talks about NBC apparently doing one as well too, because Netflix or The Office got not pulled, but like Netflix is no longer doing The Office. And I think people are talking about NBC possibly bringing back The Office. It's like this behind the scenes, like
because I know they're getting rid of Friends too off Netflix. I think.
Yeah, so behind the scenes, NBC is apparently like doing all these like things where they're trying to like find out what would bring them money. People were saying things about. I was reading where people were talking about how they're going to bring back one single like thing of Seinfeld apparently, but I was like that would not.
What do you mean one
single like same what they did with Gilmore Girls, like one like
like
four
a
shot
reboot,
thing, quick little
like
reboot,
a mini series.
Yeah, and same with The Office, but obviously it's all talk, right?
I don't want them to do one for The Office because I feel like it's like it ended well.
No.
Like I don't want to know more. We both drink at the same time.
So, what's your...
I saw something the other day that was like a meme, and it was like, when do you think that somebody's gonna like come out with a service that just combines all the streaming services, and it'll be like cable 2.0? Because you know how it's like we're moving away from that to this, and then suddenly it's gonna be like back to that again.
Yeah.
Where you pay for something and you get all of them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot. I don't think there's too many. I think it's nice because you have a lot of options.
The thing is what people are saying is that...
It's still cheaper than paying for cable.
The problem with that is that this is what, like, people feared is that when Netflix... Because Netflix has been, like, amazing for years. And then before people would have cable, but the problem with cable is you don't get to watch what you want right then and there.
Yes.
Cable is kind of like, I hope a good show's on,
yes.
right? Where Netflix and the beauty of all this stuff is like, it's actually on right now, and you know, like I can watch it anytime I want to. But the thing is that if you start to pool everything together, HBO pulls their own stuff in. So that's like, let's just say that's $10. Then you have $10. Then you have like the price of Amazon Prime, it's $10. Then you have the price of Netflix, that's $10. Then you have Disney Plus, that's $10. And let's just say you throw like another one in there for $10. That's like $50 a month.
It's still cheaper than cable though, isn't it?
No, it's about the same.
But still, like at least you get to choose what you want to watch when you want to watch it.
But like, I don't know if I could actually like justify paying $50 a month just to have.
Well, that's why you just pick and choose which ones you want.
The thing is that the beauty about Amazon in my eyes is that you get multiple different things with it. You don't just get like you have Amazon Prime where you get like Prime shipping and all that other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's really cool that they do all that stuff.
They just don't have very good options yet.
Not yet, no.
Like it's not terrible, but it's mostly like B movies and like old TV shows.
Right. So who knows? I think it's kind of
I don't know.
weird.
I think it's fine because I don't really want all of them, you know, like I don't care about Hulu.
Well, that's the other thing. What people are saying that's a good part of it is that if you don't care about Disney, now Disney's all by itself. People are actually like saying, I'm so glad it got like this service is no longer there anymore because I don't even care about Disney movies. I'm like, well,
who doesn't care about
Disney? That's what I'm saying. Like, who doesn't care about Disney? But I was also understanding, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense because you don't Netflix now, because people are saying like, well, oh shit, Netflix is going to lose out, but Netflix has to pay that money to have Disney on there. Well, now Disney's not on there, so all that money that Netflix had to set aside for every like quarter or whatever to produce certain things, now Netflix is making their own miniseries of their own, and that'll always be on Netflix. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's kind of like there's like a good and a bad about it, and I think it's more so good. And I unfortunately think that Disney Plus sounds good, but Disney's going to have to like step into gear and start making a lot of different films.
I'm sure they will. Today, Lady and the Tramp came out.
Yeah, I seen that. So I think that like it's going to be good for competition wise, but at the same time, I think Netflix might still pull through and be like numero uno. I think, anyways. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess I don't really know how to answer that. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that sucks about it is that cable you can kind of watch whenever, but like all these streaming services, if you don't have internet or like your internet goes out, then you can't. You know, like before, if your internet went out, it's like, oh well, we can just watch cable TV. Now it's like, well, you don't have anything anymore.
Yeah.
Why are you pointing at the microphone?
To direct yourself towards the microphone. You're talking to me, so it might sound like
it's hard to talk. Have a conversation.
I always have a conversation just with the camera. Yeah. Just imagine that's me right there.
I can't.
Yeah. No. You can kind of see my reflection.
You guys let me know if you actually can't hear me. I think it's fine.
I don't know. But yeah, so I think Netflix is probably going to prevail and be like the numero uno. That's my like. I hope that it doesn't get too crazy where everybody starts doing their own thing, and everybody separates and people just start making their own shows.
It's already happening.
No, I know, but I'm saying I don't want it to spread too thin to where there's like 10 different things, because right now you can watch a lot of stuff on Netflix that are still part of other like networks and stuff, but I guess we'll see. I like how we still keep these nice and secret from each other. It's like, don't do look. But you can't even if I left this open, you couldn't read my writing anyways.
No, I can't.
My writing is like probably the worst writing you guys have ever seen. And it's beautiful because nobody can read it except for me.
Great. My next question was also birthday themed. It was going to be, guess what your birthday present is.
Guess what my birthday
It's supposed to come in tomorrow. I'm not actually going to tell you. Like, I will not confirm whether it's right or wrong. But, like, maybe we can do, like, not a 20 questions, but, like, a 10 questions. And see if you, like, tomorrow we will see if you got close.
Yeah, but how would that even work? Because what if I get it?
If you get it, I will be, like, I will tell you yes. I will be you're not going to get it.
I like this idea. This should be a regular podcast.
You'll never be able to, like, actually guess what it is.
This should be a regular podcast thing. You buy me a present, we go on the podcast, and I guess 20 questions.
I'm not buying you a present every week. Anyway, I'm going to cover my face. My mouth, so that you can't tell my reactions. If I'm like, I'm not going to give away, like, anything.
Okay, I'll write it down. So I get 20 questions?
No, you get 10.
10? That's not the game.
That's the
game is called 20 questions.
Yeah, I
21
changed
questions.
it to 10.
10 questions.
Because I don't actually want you to guess what it is. But if you can guess it in 10 questions, I'll be very surprised.
Is it computer related?
No.
It's not computer related? Like, I mean, when I say computer related, I mean like stream related.
You have to ask another question.
Okay, so it's not computer related. Does it go up on a wall?
No.
What?
That's 2 questions.
So it doesn't go up on a wall, and it's not a computer. It's not really computer related. But when I say computer related, I meant like.
Ask another question.
Does it have to do with? Does it have to do with my stream?
Yes.
It does. All right. So stream. So it has to do with my stream. Okay.
That was 3 questions.
Yeah, I know. Does it have to do with okay, so it doesn't go up on the wall. Does it have to do with people like subscribing or like following and stuff?
No.
Okay, so it's not an interactive device. Does it have to do with my logo for the stream?
No.
What the heck? How many do I have left?
5.
So it has to do with my stream. It doesn't have to do with anybody in chat or anything like that. But it has to do with my stream. And it's not computer related.
No.
So that means I can't plug into the computer no matter what.
No.
Okay. And it doesn't have to do with my logo, so it's not like a funhouse, like a little. I thought it was gonna be like a funhouse painting or something. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
I've already made you a funhouse painting.
I know. I was just. It's a funhouse backpack.
Nope.
No. So it's not a backpack.
That also wasn't. It's not a backpack. No.
Okay. It's not a backpack. Is it electronic?
Yeah. Yes.
It is electronic.
I would say.
Does it require electricity?
Yes.
Okay. Does it project it? What? Stop.
Stop. What? Stop.
So it's not interactive.
You have 3 more questions. What's nice is that you're not going to get it, and it's going to drive you crazy for 24 hours.
Does it project the Twitch logo on the wall?
No.
What? Okay, so it's electronic. It has to do with the stream, and it doesn't project anything on the wall.
No.
So those are some of my questions that I had.
Thanks for clarifying that.
No problem. I have 2 more questions, right?
Yeah.
It has to do with my stream, and it's electronic. Has to do with my stream, and it's electronic.
I don't think you're gonna get it.
Does it have to do with? Is it anything to do with lights?
Yes.
There is lights on it?
Yes.
I think I know what it is. Is it a light up logo for Twitch?
It's a neon light up Twitch logo.
Yes, I knew it!
How did you guess that?
I don't know.
I did not think you were gonna get that.
No way!
I can show you a picture of it, I guess.
Cool.
You guessed what it is. Are you mad that you guessed what it is?
No, that's epic though. I like that.
It's like a, I say, okay, here all over me. It's like maybe yay big.
Yeah.
It plugs in and it's a neon, like it's like a neon sign.
That's crazy.
That's like a Twitch logo.
Cool. Does it go on like the desk or something?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So like I was like you could put it next to your like
Yeah.
computer that's all lit up.
Yeah, that's
and
really
it'll
cool.
look cool like behind you.
Good idea. I like that. See?
Change your answer. This is your new birthday
Yeah.
present. Your favorite birthday present.
I like it.
So it should hopefully be in tomorrow.
See? For those of you that are
Handmade Twitch logo.
Yeah.
Neon light.
For those of you who are doubtful that I'm not as I'm smarter than you think that I am.
10 questions.
10 questions, not even 21.
Wow.
And that's about it. Okay, mine.
I'm upset you guessed it. I should have said no. And
Just
like,
keep
and
saying
then
no.
tomorrow you would have been like, it is.
I knew it. That's really cool. I can't wait to see it. So yeah, the Disney thing we ended on was I don't think that there should be spread out too thin, but I also think it's kind of cool the competition. My next question was.
Thank you for recapping.
I just want to make sure that people, sometimes people are like, "Oh, I'm cooking dinner, I can't listen."
Just in case you missed a very important topic, this is what his opinion is.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Like in life, in general.
I don't know. What I'm referring to is like, what do you like? Somebody walks up to you and pokes you in the stomach, or you're like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like that sort of thing, or like somebody chewing with their mouth open or something.
I don't know. Biggest ever pet peeve. That's hard because I feel like I have a bunch of like little pet peeves.
Which one could you stand to live without?
All of them.
Well, the most.
And
And don't make it like controversial. It can't be like war.
it's not a pet peeve.
Well, you know what I mean. It can include me.
Well, it probably will.
Whoa, great.
We spend most of our time together and you do many annoying things. I mean, I can't think of like one like big horrible one or anything, so I'll just pick something random.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of random ones that you do that I could live without.
Yeah.
I would say maybe off the top of my head, you're like when you're eating.
Yeah.
He does this thing where he like can't just like take a scoop of food and put it in his mouth. If it's like on a plate or in a bowl, he has to ding his fork around in the bowl. And then, like, he'll, like, smush things around in a corner, and then he'll, like, move to somewhere else and, like, eat from a different spot. Like, you're not even you're not doing anything.
I never noticed that I did that until I started dating you, and then you're like, what are you doing? I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Like, I'll move my corn around. I'm like, corn. I'll, like, organize my corn in, like, alphabetical order, and then I'm like, I'll have some potatoes.
Yeah, or, like, you're eating cereal, and I'm demonstrating it for those who are watching. You'll be eating cereal, and you'll be, like... You'll, like, slap the milk with your spoon, like, bah, 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 and then you're like, and then you'll, like, scoop from the other side of the bowl. I'm like, what was the point? What was the point of any of that except to drive me crazy? I
thought you were going to, what else was the other thing about food that I do? But the ordering thing.
Yeah, but that's just funny mostly.
That's
That's just, like, cringe. It's not so much a pet peeve. It's just, like, cringe to watch.
Mine is probably people chewing with their mouth open.
Yeah.
I can't stand that. If somebody if I'm sitting next to somebody and they're chewing with their mouth open and like I can hear the noise, like if somebody's chewing with their mouth open and I'm not watching them and they're not making any noise, like say I'm just like here eating like pizza or something, I'm watching TV and somebody's quietly eating with their mouth open, I don't care about that. Mm-hmm. But if somebody's like I'm like, no, throw me in a river. I can't stand it. I don't know. It's just like the most. I just can't do it. I used to have a friend in grade school, and I think that's what kind of drove me nuts about it, because he would only eat with his mouth open. And his parents, like, I remember, like, we would hang out, and his parents would be like, you know, blah, 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 don't eat with your mouth open. Come on, like, don't do it. And he would, like, I think he purposely did it to annoy his parents. And I think that's why he always did it. Since then, I was just like, I can't stand this. This is too crazy. But yeah, that's mine. But that funny thing is, yes, I do that. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. Oop, over here.
And, like, I'll point it out, and then you'll just keep doing it. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What are you doing to your food? It doesn't deserve it. I don't deserve it.
It's tenderizing the food for later.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat it
you
right now.
You used to...
Oh, my God.
When he had braces a few years ago.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
He used to, like... This was annoying. But, like, you don't do it anymore because you don't have braces anymore.
Having braces is hard.
He didn't want to, like, bite into things because, like... Especially after you had gotten them tightened or something, because your teeth are sore, right? If you
ever had braces and
which
they're
I
like,
get, I
and they're
had
like,
braces.
and then like tighten them, and then you go to eat something, and you're like, oh, my teeth are gonna fall out.
Yeah.
So I had this very big. I would literally worry and have dreams that my teeth were falling out.
Yes.
I remember I would like move my teeth, and I'm like, it's so loose, it's falling out, it's falling out.
And I'd be like, stop touching it.
And I go to the orthodontist, and they're like, Travis, your teeth are not gonna fall out. And this is like 3 years ago. I wasn't like 10 or something.
Yeah.
They're like, your teeth are not gonna fall out. Like, they would only fall out if you had like bad teeth or something. And I was like, but they're gonna fall out.
Anyway, he had this weird eating habit where, and you didn't just do it I think you just got used to doing it.
Yeah.
Like, instead of biting into his sandwich or something, he would like rip off a piece of the sandwich with his fingers, but then he would just like smush it. All of our friends called it, like, he pre-chewed it with his hands.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be chewing and he'd be like, squish, 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 and then he'd put it in his mouth and we'd all be like, why?
I'd be like, because I would grab like a piece of my sandwich, I'd be like,
yeah, he'd like squish it down and then he'd put it in his mouth, and I'm like, oh, I can't watch it. You don't do it anymore.
no. And I remember it
was just a braces
I remember when I would always get like food from Subway every time for lunch, and I'd be like, can you cut it up like really, really tiny? And they're like, oh yeah, don't worry, we know, like, braces. And now they still do it to this day.
Yeah.
Every time I go to Subway, she's like, oh, I'll cut it up for you, don't worry. I'm like, sure.
You're like, I can eat now.
And they're like tiny little chicken cubes. I'm like, but yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't really have a last topic, but I can ask you, because, I mean, I told you a thing that you do. I was going to say, what is the weirdest habit that I have? Like, what is my weirdest? Not necessarily, like, something annoying, but what do you think is, like, a weird habit that I have that you've noticed?
Weirdest habit that you have? I was actually sitting here trying to read my last... Remember how it began the podcast?
I'm going to tell you what that looks like. It says, dive bokes.
Here. Just so you guys can see. I don't know if you're able to see that or not, but...
What does the last thing actually say?
I don't know. That's what I was actually thinking how... I just mentioned that I'm the only one that can read my writing, but... I have no idea what I wrote here last. I know this one says B-Day, ? No, this looks like a D-I diner. Anyways, I'll think of it after. My biggest thing. What was your question again?
What is a weird habit I have?
Weird habit that you have. I would say the one weird habit that you have is when you're anxious, you shake your leg.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. When I first met Rachel, she had like really bad anxiety. She still has like some kind of bad anxiety. Not as bad as before though.
It's definitely not as bad as it was, like as crippling as it was, but yeah. I still have it like from time. Like I've been anxious all weekend.
Yeah. One stream I want to talk about like anxiety, like
we'll have like a whole.
We'll have an entire thing. It'd be really cool.
We'll coach you.
We'll be like, and we'll be on our blanket and or the.
We'll do it from like the coziest spot.
This is the only spot we can do this from.
We'll do it from right here.
Yeah.
In our coziest clothes.
I'm in cozy clothes today. Yeah. First time I'm wearing actual like pajama pants while doing the podcast. But
I'm doing it right now. I'm shaking my leg right now.
But yeah, she always like would shake her leg and be like, "What's wrong?" Like so I can always tell because like the whole table will shake.
But I don't know why I do that. Maybe it doesn't bother me. It's just like a release of nervous energy. But I do it like while you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind it.
It just rocks you right to sleep.
Yeah, I'm like.
You're like, shake your leg, please, I can't sleep. And I'm like, the bed vibrates.
Yeah. We're actually going to have an earthquake one day, and I'm like, I don't know.
Saber's used to it. Sometimes she'll be right next to me, and her whole body's like...
Yeah.
She's just like...
They're like, yeah, you gave the dog shaky
probably.
doggy syndrome.
Probably.
But
she's fine.
I wish I could read this last thing.
Yeah, me too.
They don't really have
something
anything.
about your B-Day.
It says dinner.
The
biggest pet peeve that says dinner before B-Day.
That doesn't. How does that say dinner?
I'm assuming it does. Done. I don't even know. Well, I guess we'll find out. Maybe next podcast I'll realize.
Do we have any questions that anyone submitted?
Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. But I think.
Did you forget to ask?
No, it's usually like we. You know what? I did forget to ask.
Really professional, on top of it around here. Well, everyone.
You know, things get busy around my birthday.
You come for the professional nature of this.
Yeah.
We deliver.
Today was just, just one of those days.
I know what we can talk about.
What was that?
If we're going to do a podcast in Disney World.
I don't know how we would do it, but I think it would be cool. The one thing I was actually thinking that we could possibly do, which would take a lot to do, would be bring the microphone right here and then bring a computer though. That's the only thing.
Because what are you going to record it to?
Like you could
unless we just do like a really like cowboy style mini-sode on our phones.
I was thinking on the phone because honestly, like
it won't be like great quality, but it's something.
How bad is the phone quality?
It can't be that bad.
It can't be that horrible, right?
Yeah.
So, I think like that'd be a good idea, maybe on your phone or something. It'd be kind of cool to do that.
It could just be a short one.
Yeah. What I'll do is next time I will. What I'll do is for the patrons for this month, because I think it's we usually have like every episode. I can tell. I'm just gonna tell them to post their questions, and then we'll do a double question next time.
Sure.
Because we did double question the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next year, maybe next podcast, I'll figure out what I wrote down. Who knows? One day I will.
Mm-hmm.
But are you tired of Christmas yet? I mean Christmas. Are you tired of snow yet?
I'm not tired of it yet, but I don't like it in the mornings.
People always ask me, they're like, "Oh, how do you like the snow?" I love the snow. I wish I could have snow. I'm like, I don't know. It's okay.
It's alright for the first few weeks, and then it's fine if you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But like when I have to get up for work and I'm cleaning my car off at 6:30 in the morning, it's like I hate it.
Yeah.
It's so cold out. My car like barely starts. Like I actually have to try like 3 or 4 times because it's so cold. My engine's like, nah.
They're like, nah.
I'll just stay asleep.
But that's why then you put the weighted blanket on and it'll start up right away.
If only.
The weighted blanket is like a fix-all. If you need your kitchen sink fixed, put it on weighted blanket on there.
So I don't like it. But I mean, it's pretty for like the first few hours before it gets all dirty from the cars.
Yeah.
Sorry. We saw some kids tobogganing today and it made me want to go tobogganing.
I think I was saying like tobogganing sounds cool, but I think I was saying, would we go faster down the hill or slower down the hill?
I think we go faster.
I think we go slower.
Faster.
No.
Gravity. We're heavier. Heavier things go fast.
But maybe.
The weight pulls you down faster.
We'll have to find that out for next podcast. If you guys know that, you let me know. Be like, hey, Travis.
Let's go right now.
Yeah.
To the park.
And then test it out.
We'll come back. We'll probably have a broken arm.
The best tobogganing that you can get are those like small like plasticky sheet things, and they have 2 holes in the front, and you go down. Those.
I feel like we would do it, and we'd be like, "Well, our backs are broken."
Yeah,
now.
I'm like, ow.
Like we already have sore backs.
Yeah, and then then their podcast is like in the bed. We're like,
yeah,
this is a bad idea.
Yeah, because I don't know, it was pretty bumpy, and we're not 13 anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we did go tobogganing, it would have to be on like a gigantic hill. The hill that's near us is very tiny. It's like very small.
Well, you don't want to hurt yourself.
But maybe we will though.
All right. Grab the doggo.
Well, Saber's gonna say goodbye, even though she's sleeping. Come here, Saber.
Hi. Mwah.
Say goodbye, Saber. Guys, thanks again for episode 4. We are doing it. We did it like a little bit later today. Normally we do it as soon as we wake up. We're all like, woo! But
we had a busy week.
We had a busy week, so we did it a little bit later on the day. So if we were missing some of the questions, sorry about that. But the good thing is I did figure out one of my presidents, so I am
You're excited.
I'm exciting. I'm excited to see it.
I'll show you a picture now that you've guessed.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see it. But this is episode number 4, so we're almost at an entire month of podcasts, which is really cool. And Saber's
very excited about it.
Yeah, she's like, I can't wait to fall asleep. So
this is her nap time.
She's like, the podcast time is my nap time. I can't believe she's falling asleep.
Like, can't even keep her head up.
I don't know. Saber needs to hibernate, I think, for a little while. Me too. But anyways, guys, thanks again. I will see you guys in the next one.
And so will I.
And so will Rachel, hopefully. Maybe the next one. If you guys want, I think the next one, what I might do to kind of spice it up a little bit is we should throw in where they throw in some topics. I think it'd be kind of cool. Give them a little.
On Patreon, if you'd like to submit topics,
yeah,
it is an option.
Yeah. So if you guys are listening on Spotify, you can go in on Patreon and kind of see the cool things you can unlock. But for the people that are on Patreon right now, even if you don't have the ones unlocked, I'm gonna post in there, and you guys can post up some topics for the next time. I have a lot of topics, not on this piece of paper though. So, and then I want to do the anxiety podcast one day too. Talk about that.
We can make it next Sunday if you want.
Maybe next Sunday. If you guys, well, how would it be?
I have so much to say.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how. Because what day is it today? Today's the 17th. So next week will be the 24th. So yeah, we could definitely do it next Sunday. What we'll probably do too is I think we should do a podcast for while we're in Florida. It'd be pretty cool.
Sure.
So if you guys want to see us do a podcast in Florida, make sure that you guys post about it in Discord and say yes. If you guys want to see us talk about anxiety next Sunday, say yes. But otherwise, if you guys are on Patreon right now, post up your topics in the Discord channel as well too. But we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.